It can be grouped into three main pillars within the pillar of BI, business analytics, if you will. The first being Oracle's Enterprise Performance Management suite. Really, that rose from an acquisition that Oracle made of Hyperion in 2007. Hyperion at that time, and still to this day, has a very defined and really best-of-breed acknowledgement in its financial management applications. This has grown even prior to the acquisition. The organization was in place for 20-some years, attempting to move off of spreadsheets, build and leverage technology to create different types of workflow, different types of checks and balances to manage typical financial functions such as financial close, budgeting and forecasting, and the like. So that was one piece. And as we move into the middle, let's talk about the new kid on the block, if you will, Oracle's Endeca platform, which was acquired in 2011 from a technology that began in the early 2000s, really, as a parameterized search technology to support different types of consumer-based retail websites. To be able to quickly choose for particular, search for particular parts, understand what's available, and really drive maybe the left column of what we're used to today from a website as we go through and filter down what type of product we're looking at, whether it be from Amazon or Home Depot or the like. What Oracle brings, what Endeca brings to the table is a unique search analytical database that's embedded and is part of the Endeca product that takes a different approach, if you will, from the other two technologies that we'll talk about today, be it more of a multidimensional or OLAP environment or a relational standpoint. This is really the secret sauce from an Endeca standpoint, and allows it to be positioned in a really clear way when you talk about its relative capabilities versus the other two pillars that we're looking at right now. Oracle Business Intelligence on the right is driven from technology that was acquired from the Siebel acquisition in 2006. Even from that standpoint, Siebel had acquired previous to that a piece of technology called Enquire that has that really defined itself from an ease of use standpoint to being able to do parameterized ad hoc type reporting, being able to visualize that from an end user standpoint, and leveraging a scalable metadata layer that can integrate and really federate, if you will, different types of organizational data coming from different systems, both with and without integrating that from a physical data warehouse perspective. So Oracle EPM, you'll hear me talk about on the left side, Oracle Endeca, Oracle BI. Those are really the three bears for this conversation, if you will, and we'll get into more details on those. But just right away, as we realize we're in the real world, and organizations, especially probably most of you on this webinar, are existing Oracle customers that may have one or more piece parts of this technology that you have implemented over the years, perhaps even long before Oracle's acquisition of these products. Something to keep in mind that as we talk about and as I suggest the appropriate use cases of each tool now, we must acknowledge that there are certain parts of functionality that perhaps have been deprecated by Oracle's strategic direction, but are still in place and still a solid offering to business users at this time. For instance, or the Brio or interactive reporting functionality from the Hyperion acquisition. Obviously, Hyperion was billing itself as a full-featured business analytics or BI or type tool at the time of acquisition, and needed to plug that hole. It had acquired Brio prior to its eventual purchase from an acquisition from an Oracle standpoint. Certainly a very capable tool. As you see going forward, it's not necessarily Oracle's strategic direction where it's investing On the right side, the Office plugin that the BI software had that when Siebel was acquired. Now you'll see how Oracle is correctly, in my opinion, leveraging the SmartView plugin that came from the EPM side. So while these are independent acquisitions, each had its own way of going about solving certain problems.